and Richard is in England. So we're delighted to be here and with your team from, I believe, spread all over. One thing I will tell you it's interesting, and you did a very good job in setting this up, Barry. I was on a call with a gentleman in England a couple of days ago, and he did somewhat of a similar thing. And he said, I have one question for you. He said, was that intentional, setting up the program like it is, or did that just kind of happen? I'm like, man, it was so intentional because we are all marketers and networkers just like everyone else. We've been doing crypto a very long time. I'm embarrassed to tell you how many times I've been scammed and ripped off and how much Bitcoin I've lost over the years. Just absolutely ridiculous. And I am tired. I am a systems person. When I join a program and commit to it, I set up marketing systems that replicate themselves and put a lot of time and energy and effort into that. And it just stinks so bad when you do all that work and time and then the company flakes out, right? And you start all over, and kind of like Ronnie at the beach, you build that nice sandcastle right at the seashore, and sure enough, the waves come in and knock it down and wash it away, and then you got to start all over. And I hate that. So we built this company for the long term. Our plans are for it to be here forever. We build it for anyone, where anybody of any age and, any knowledge level can click, right? If you can just click your phone or click your computer, you can be a crypto trader. And like you said about the affiliate program, it's simple. One of my pet peeves is those compensation programs of other companies. I mean, I've done it where I watched the video 2 or 3 times and just like, man, I'm more confused now than the first time I watched it, about all the levels and qualifications. And there's no qualifications here. We treat everyone the same. It's just simple, easy. You can draw it out on a napkin and everybody gets it. And it's just, we just think it's honest, transparent, fair, and it gives, people can choose to be a clicker and just, if they don't want to share the business, they can click and take trades and earn a passive income trading crypto. They can choose to be a networker and an affiliate and share the program worldwide, and they can choose to do both. So our product is a way to make money through trading crypto, and our affiliate program is a way to make money by sharing it worldwide. What say you, Richard?
I say I agree. This has been a long time in development. We started nearly 3 years ago talking about this, and then from talking about it, realizing what we wanted based on the things that Doyle's already said, being fed up and people being fed up with no other way to say it, but being scammed out of their money. It's happened to me, and if I asked everyone to put their hands up in the group, in the chat, if you've given your crypto to someone who's guaranteed you a return, and then that return hasn't been met or they've disappeared, can you just put me a 1 in the chat group, please? Yeah. I think Bob's had it 11 times. Okay. All right. And that's one of the reasons why we started talking about this, because people are fed up with it. And so are we. And we said, what's the fairest way that we can do what we love doing, which is we love the crypto market. Crypto's here to stay. It's not going away. It's here to stay. So this business has got huge longevity. That's a good word. And we're here to stay. So we started putting it together, discussing with coders, discussing with other people. We put a lot of sweat, toil, energy, money into this program. And we've got to this stage now, which I'm calling the soft launch stage. All right. We trialed it last week. If I told you how many people have come on board, you'd be absolutely amazed. But we trialed it in the soft launch last week to test things like commissions. Are they being paid? And I'm sure Barry will confirm for me that, yeah, he's received his $7, $14 notifications on a regular basis. By the way, like Barry said, it is instant. So as soon as someone signs up, as soon as they've sent their Bitcoin across, okay, there's the Bitcoin processing time. As soon as that's through, bing, or as someone, Alonzo will tell me, cha-ching, he's got his commission straight through. So just imagine a day where that is happening. Thank you very much, Barry. Look at your screen, okay? Just imagine that happening. Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. $7, $14, $14, $7. Yeah, there you go. Now he's just bragging.
Real time, baby.
Love it. I love it. Okay. And that's exactly what we wanted to do. That is what we wanted to create. And that's why we're getting so much momentum, because people see the transparency of what we're trying to do. Right? They know it's a very reasonable price. Like you said, Barry, over 70% is paid out from the membership fees. And if you think what you're getting for that money, not only are you getting a great platform with some, I'll just let you know, me, Doyle, and have come up with the name. It's going to be called Stuff section on the website, okay, where you can go in and access things like memes, capture pages, email follow-ups, all that type of thing, okay? That's coming, right? But we are in the soft launch. Just want to stress that. And so some people might say, well, what's been happening? Well, you know, we've grown so quickly. What we did was thought, hang on, in a week's time, 2 weeks' time, we could be at 10,000 people. We don't want to be taking a site down then. We've got 10,000 people on board. So we made a corporate decision, decided to take it down. It's now back up. By the way, you can sign people up. I've done posts in the Facebook group and other groups as well for people. So it's really exciting. I'm not going to go through over everything, because I think people prefer to ask questions, and they will ask about things like trading. So shall we suggest that people put their hands up, Barry?
No, we're lucky enough. JD is working with the programmers diligently, but he did jump on the call, and I think he could show us a couple things like what the app looks like, the face of the app, and say a few words. He's a good friend. I've known him for a couple of years. His heart's in the right place. So if you could unmute JD.
Yeah, of course.
That'd be great. And maybe if JD could show us a couple goodies,
Sure.
that would be awesome.
I was in the background listening intently, and apologize. I can do that real quick. I thought that Richard would walk us through that. Give me just 1 second. I'll share my screen, and we'll take it from there.
I was going to, but Barry said you were here to do it. So.
You know, it's funny that the number of Zooms that we're doing, it just seems like it's too easy, you know, and I don't say that braggadociously at all. I'm just saying it's this, what we do at 1CLICK is so ridiculously simple from a explaining process. It's perfect. So I couldn't think of another word. It's perfect.
I'll tell you what, JD.
Yeah, I got it pulled up. I got it pulled up. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
There you go. Can you see my screen?
There we go.
Yes, sir. You see mine?
No, because I pulled it up.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, we
that's
can.
you, Justin.
Okay,
good.
very good. So this is the simplicity of the app. You know, a lot of this stuff will look very familiar. Team alerts, team news, you know, a join process, podcast, you could be able to communicate with your team. Some of this stuff is active. I'm actually more interested in pulling some of this functionality out just to get to this portion here with the sign-ups, with the signals. The functionality is this, okay? Just like all the other push notifications on your phone where you have, you know, bank notifications or friend requests or, you know, Uber's on its way, things like that. Those are called push notifications. And the way our system is designed to work is for everyday use where you have your phone in your pocket, in your purse, on your desk, etc. And you're sitting there and your phone makes a sound and you get a signal. What we want you to do as a user is open the app, push the button, and close the app. Okay, and the system takes care of that. Everything that a professional trader would do, which is create a buy order using like a market order on an exchange. They would then place a stop order to protect themselves in case the price starts to drop. and they would sit there and monitor and watch as the market moves, adjusting their stop price accordingly. So if the price drops initially, you're protected, but if it goes up, you're moving up your protection higher and higher and higher, so that eventually, when it starts to drop, and it will, that you take profit. Okay, and all of that's done using highly sophisticated algorithms. You know, we start with EMA and stochastic RSI and tons of other factors like volume and other algorithms to buy low and sell high. Okay, it doesn't matter what you use. You always want to buy low and you want to sell it higher than what you bought it at. And the system tracks all that for you. So literally what you see on the screen is how you do it. You push the button and it does all that for you. So we've kept it simple. That's what the app looks like. You know, I can show you charts and data. It's the same things you would see on an exchange. You know, if you want to go learn about EMA and RSI and Bollinger Bands, etc., more power to you. But from a company standpoint, we don't want our customers to have to focus on that. We'll have a little section in the back for people that, you know, enjoy looking at that stuff like I do, but it's not a requirement. So you trade when you want, as much as you want, as frequently as you want, and on the exchanges that you like to use. And you make referrals independently of that. You earn commissions in real time when people buy their subscription. Renewals pay out the same commission. And you know, if you're of course in a super and affiliate, it pays beyond the 9 levels, or it can pay beyond the 9 levels. So everything we've done is for our reps, for our affiliates, for our customers, to keep it simple. And I'm just really excited to be where we're at today and pushing this forward to the masses. So that being said, Barry, back to you, my friend.
Well, I have been trading Forex for a long time, and often I'll see a spike take everyone out of a trade. I don't know if it's like that uh, with Bitcoin trading or cryptocurrency trading. I've never traded. I'm looking forward to it. I know there's some variables that we do have to input, maybe the amount of the trade. So if I want to trade $20 every time I hear a signal, I could do that. If I want to trade $22, if my account's growing, you know, naturally I'm going to start increasing the dollar amount of what I'm willing to risk on a particular trade. What else? So I don't know if you want to touch on any of that. With don't you have a live trader or traders overseeing? Because you know, lots of times robots try to mess up what you're doing, and you know, their crypto Bitcoin could be real volatile at
Sure.
times. So there's some safety measures and.
Sure. Good questions. And I get excited. Sometimes I forget to throw in all the details that honestly I would rather talk about. So yes, it's a combination of algorithms. It's a combination of that plus real people and an ever evolving environment. You know, Bitcoin is volatile, and the truth of it is that is a good thing in the market. The volatility is where things happen. If everything was flat, you know, back if you think about precious metals in the between the big peaks in the 80s and what we had in the early 2000s, it was flat and it didn't do anything, and nothing happened, and they call it the Great Boring Period, and nobody made any money. You know, even though there was millions being traded, you were trying to get pennies. So the volatility of Bitcoin is a good thing for us in terms of trading. You want to buy low and you sell high. And just like what happened with precious metals and the stock exchange, and what I think is coming in real estate, you know, we want to make sure that our customers have a chance to avoid that sudden drop. Okay, so as we continue to grow and as we build technology into the apps and you know, the more and more fail safes that we put in there, the better. You know, imagine if you just had a panic button, right? Just a panic button. If there was an accident or your boss calls and said, hey, you're fired, I'm sorry, there's nothing we can do, right? And you feel really good about putting everything on freeze, you know, things like that. So we want this app to be all encompassing and at the same time, extremely user-friendly. I make a joke every once in a while. The only way to get easier than 1CLICK is literally just to think about it and have it happen. And we're still working on that part.
Well, you made me think of a couple more points because I am a Forex trader and I can only trade 5 days a week. So I love the fact that crypto you can trade or push this button and get signals 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And unlike the stock market, I mean, I know people that just lost 30% of their savings when the stock market crashed. And I see Bitcoin did go down at the beginning of that, but it's going back up and whatnot. I just is it strictly programmed to do the trailing stop and to buy low and sell high, or will the system also do the trades the other way and where it's betting on things to go down and we could profit on a downward situation?
Yeah, we don't have shorts specifically like you said, and we don't do margin. Okay, so it's all buy, but you can buy USDT with Bitcoin. So if you're expecting Bitcoin to drop, you simply go BTC to USDT. Okay, so and it does produce signals like that. The flip side to that is if you have a signal, say you hear the ping and we push a signal out to you, let's say it's a minute before you can actually push that button. So our signals are active for 6 minutes total. But think about this for a second. Think how cool this little feature is for the app. You get a signal and you're carrying groceries, right? You're in the middle of changing a diaper or whatever it is, right? And you get to it and you think to yourself, oh, I can't wait, I can't wait, I can't wait. What if the market changes between the time that you hear that ping and you go click that button? If that happens, when you click that button, we have a second failsafe that rechecks for you the current market conditions. And if they've changed to unfavorable, that trade does not happen and it self-destructs. So it's a protection layer that stops you from entering a trade afterwards. So not only are we confident on our algorithms, but we have a second layer of protection that reaffirms when you click that button, even if it's not instant, if it's several minutes later. So, I mean, think about the power of that. That is so, so, so strong. There's nobody even close to the technology that we've got here. No one else close in the rest of the industry.
Wow. Wow. Well, I'll tell you this, we've been on less than a half hour and people could get an idea of the power of the product and the power of the comp plan and how simple it is to explain this. My friend on the call here said he could just tell someone or text someone, there's some new software out that you haven't seen yet and you got to check it out. There's a 2-minute video to watch. How easy is that to share? So,
yeah. I think in black and white, when I see fireworks and Lamborghinis and things like that, to me, it's a bit of a turnoff. Like if I feel like I'm getting sold something, even if I need it, I almost resent it a little bit. You know what I mean? And I think most people feel that way. And the type of marketing I envision us as a company and sales reps or just in general, it's a very simple, very straightforward approach, and it can really just be done with a text. It can be done with a simple short video. Nobody's out to get your crypto. You don't have to put in a big chunk of money to a company, company X, and just cross your fingers and pray that they don't rip you off, because that's dumb. Why would you even want to put yourself in that position? How many times do we have to go through that process in the industry? And, I would never be a part of a company like that, but I am constantly apologizing as an industry professional of the BS that's out there. I mean, forgive me, I get a little passionate about it, but how many people have to get ripped off before we wake up as an industry and say, stop the madness. This is insane. This is insane. Let's do it simple. You can have a subscription for signals that push out good trades. You know, if you want to take the trade, push the button. We'll take care of the heavy lifting on the processing side, and everything that a pro trader would do, that's what we do. Okay, great. You make, hypothetically, you make $1 million trading. Guess what? That's yours to keep. You don't have to pay 20% back to the company and 10% to the upline. That's insane. It's your money. Keep it. Keep it. Keep your money.
That's what
You want to make a referral? Just make a referral. It's you tell someone, and if that person tells someone, and that person, and that person, and that person, it's 9 levels deep, guys. It takes hundreds of people typically to get past 9 levels. Multiply all those by 7. If you and that's how much you make. If you're a super affiliate with 5 personals, then you get an additional 7 on all those transactions, unless there's someone else that also has 5 that came between you and them, right? That's the way it should be. You do more work, you get paid more. Someone else is doing more work, they get that bonus. That's all good. So I'm sorry, I get a little passionate about it, but you know, there is a right way and a wrong way to do crypto. And the best thing that we can do, you know, I see a funny comment here, drain the swamp. Absolutely.
I was
You
going to
know,
say,
what would make
really
me so happy, what would make me that ecstatic is for people that did get scammed. If you got scammed in you know, company A, company B, company C, and it was a doubler and it was guaranteed passive income, you know, just put your 10 grand in here and I promise in 60 days we'll give it back. If you did that, you know, they took advantage of your need to make money. We've all got the same need. We want to make money, but they took advantage of that. And what I think is awesome, I really think if we, from a corporate standpoint, had a group of people that made a video, and some people have already sent this to me, that says, you know what, I'll never join a doubler again because I know better. I'll never allow a company to trade my crypto on my behalf because I can do it myself. 1CLICK figured it out, and I'm glad I'm here. If you say a little 10-second video like that, we'll put it in a video, and I don't care if it's an hour long, if it's 5 minutes long, and it just says the same thing. Hundreds of people or dozens of people all saying, we got it figured out. This is where you want to be. Don't do that. Friends don't let friends join doublers. And that's all there is to it, you know? And I think that's the way to go. And, you know, I'll continue to work hard day and night, 24/7 to bring this to you, to the masses, because I am that passionate about it. All right. I got to take a deep breath. Barry, back to you.
okay, here we go. Here.
Fake guaranteed income, and I will never give another company my crypto to invest for me.
There you go.
Love that face.
Awesome, Barry.
Fake guaranteed income.
Here. So there's 2 sentences if you guys want to be.
Never do another doubler with fake guaranteed income, and I will never give another company my crypto to invest for me.
There we go. And so feel free to submit that, and don't say your name, and it could be good for you to for marketing purposes. So enough said from me. Doyle, you could kind of close it out, or Richard might have a few words to say, and then let's open it up to some questions, actually.
Okay. That one question there, Justin, if you're still on, the question came in of an ETA. You want to give a ballpark on that? Justin works with our programmers and coders like almost 24/7 as well.
Mm-hmm. What I would say on that, Doyle, is this is me personally. I've learned never to promise anything, because if you promise something, it can be broken. So things I've been promised and I've then shared with people, guess what? Who's the idiot then? All right, egg on your face, etc. So what I would say about the trading software, we're working hard in the background, guys, seriously. All right, I got to bed at 5 this morning. All right, let me tell you now, it's coming. It will be soon, but there is no point nagging about it and keep asking, because the question will be, the answer will be the same. It's coming. Just hang on, all right?
It's coming soon, guys.
What's he got on his desk? So, you know, So who was that who asked that one? Okay, Rayman also asked about submit the video where. So you can either submit it to, I'm going to suggest me, Doyle, or in fact, me or Doyle. Let's give JD the time it needs to be.
He just put in the comments support at oneclicktrading-system.com.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay.
And
That's fine.
again, if you guys are submitting a video, do not put your name on the video. And with
Send
that,
any of those questions, Bob, to that support email will work. When 2 months when here.
Let's do that. I see. Dan, the answer is JD's answer. It's days away, okay? But again, if I said to you it was a day, and it was a day and a half, we've been doing this for 3 years. An extra day is not going to make a huge amount of difference.
We're really close. We really are. We tell you if it was otherwise, but
Okay.
it's technology.
Yeah, Ahmed.
Go ahead.
I'm just reading the questions out. Sorry, JD, I didn't know I'd muted you, my friend.
well, you could stop the recording, Richard, if you want, or
Okay, stop.